This is Entertainment Tonight.
We have all new details about the argument that led to a child abuse investigation against Brad Pitt.
New evidence has surfaced and there is insight that could sway this case.
The FBI tells ET it is continuing to gather facts about the reported child abuse allegations against Brad Pitt. Here's the question at the center of the dispute. Was the alleged incident abuse or just a typical father-son spat? Here's what we know now. The investigation news broke after Angelina filed for divorce late Monday, asking for full custody of the couple's 6 children. It seems the filing was prompted, at least in part, by an incident that happened on a family flight home from Europe last Wednesday. Here are the new details. Pitt and Jolie were flying from France to Southern California. Their jet, believed to be a Bombardier Global Express, like this one, stopped to refuel in International Falls, Minnesota. A source familiar with the situation tells ET Brad had an argument with their 15-year-old son Maddox. That source is defending Brad, saying there was no inappropriate physical contact, emphasizing this was totally a child-parent disagreement. Sources tell ET that there are images being shopped around of Brad on the tarmac there. Allegedly, Pitt can be seen on video looking drunk and yelling. ET has reached out to confirm the authenticity of this alleged video. Brad and Angie's jet flew on to Burbank, California. Upon landing, the pilot had a quick chat with air traffic control.
Where'd you come from?
Originally Nice in France.
Oh, nice.
Not so much.
Wrong flight.
Exactly. Yeah, we actually came from, originated in Nice, but we've cleared customs at International Falls in Minnesota also, just for information.
Brad is gearing up for what already is an ugly divorce battle. He's hired Lance Spiegel, a high-powered Hollywood divorce attorney. Spiegel repped Charlie Sheen during his custody battle with Denise Richards and Eva Longoria during her split from Tony Parker. We're told Brad isn't ready to give up custody of his kids and is frustrated by what he calls a, quote, smear campaign being lodged against him. Meanwhile, Brad's ex, Jennifer Aniston, was snapped out in Manhattan for the first time since the divorce news broke.
Any comment on Brad and Angie's divorce?
Jen ignored the paparazzi. She and Brad were married for 5 years.
But let's dig a little deeper into the battle over the children. With multiple outlets claiming verbal abuse, Brad lunging and striking and being out of control, what are investigators looking for?
One of the hardest things for an investigator to determine is, what is abuse? When has that person crossed the line? Is a quick slap on the tush of somebody abuse? Is screaming and yelling abuse? Over time, courts have widely expanded the concept of abuse. It could be multiple emails. It could be yelling and screaming. It could be throwing things. It could be just mere threats. It could be the way you look at somebody.
We can confirm that Brad has not seen Maddox, Pax, Zahara, Shiloh, Knox, and Vivian. All 6 could be key witnesses in this case.
The investigator's not going to ask the children a question like, was your father drunk? Is this the first time your father's yelled at you? The investigators are going to ask more generic questions because they don't want to implant bad memories into these children's minds.
Of course, it's Maddox who's really in the middle of it all. We know the 15-year-old is extremely protective of Angelina. The mother and son have shared a strong bond from the beginning.
Maddox was the first baby I ever held. He's really made me a woman, and everything that is. I'm, just the warmth, and then find that side of me that's very nurturing and open.
Brad legally adopted Maddox in 2006. In 2013, Mad had a cameo in Brad's film World War Z as a zombie.
Fun to see your boy grow up and take on responsibility, and very nice.
Mad and I are now actually producing a film in Cambodia about his country and his history, so we love working together. It makes it's so much nicer for me to not have to divide my time at home with my time at work.
A source told us today the Jolie Pitts are a pretty normal family that has family issues from time to time. It's sad that people are exaggerating things that hurt everyone. The question now is, what will it take for Brad to win and get joint custody instead of just visitation?
If Angelina really goes to town and says that Brad is an unfit parent and should have supervised visitation, Brad's going to come back with, she's trying to keep me from the children. Overall, Brad's going to have to show he's a good, loving, caring father who's actively participates in raising his children.
Well, of course, we're going to be tracking this story all weekend long, and we'll bring you more on Monday.